You are listening to Oh My Health, There Is Hope podcast.
When your heart is aching and your world is shaking, don't give up. No, don't give up.
Hello and welcome to Oh My Health, There Is Hope, the podcast. I'm your host, Jana Short, and today I'm here with a really special guest and friend of mine, Sheryl Wilson. Sheryl is associated with Clientele as an Aesthetician National Beauty Expert for 41 years. Her personal mission, as well as Clientele's Skincares and MDR's, their sister supplement company, is to get people in the right track to optimal skin and overall wellness. And let me tell you, this woman's going to draw the line between our skincare and our optimal wellness. And they do connect, let me tell you. So Sheryl, thank you so much for being with us today. I'm super excited. Been waiting all week for this show.
You know, it's funny, Jana, I've got to thank you because I'm normally on the other side of this, interviewing people and thanking them for being there. So I'm so blessed and honored that you're having me on such a great show. I can't wait to get started.
I can't wait either. Like, people are going to listen to this show. I literally am a little off today, but it's my first day back from vacation. And so I'm trying to get back. You know, you get in that flow and everything starts flowing, and then you take a break and you're like, ugh. By the way, we're going to tie that into the show later too, about taking a break and having to catch up again, play catch up. But the first thing we ask everyone, Sheryl, when they come on the show is to share a story of hope. I really believe our beautiful journeys are given to us as a gift. And when we share our journeys with others, we're literally giving hope to other people going through maybe the same sort of journey. So do you want to share your journey with us today?
I do. And I just want to say another funny thing super quick is that you just came back from vacation. I'm just going on vacation. So everybody, as Jana said, it's so important to have that break for the balance that you so desperately need so that when you go back to work, you are so ready and you're so energized and you're full of creativity and full of new ideas. So it's so important to get that and get that time with your family. That respite's so important. So story of hope, gosh, my whole life has been a story of hope. I have to say that I was raised by parents that were biologically there, but not there. And so somehow, some way, and I know what the way is, but I'm going to tell you that in a minute. Somehow, some way, and I didn't understand this as a little girl, I was definitely navigated through life to make the best possible choices that I could. My direction of life could have gone south based on having absolutely no parental guidance at all. And, you know, my parents are in heaven and I've forgiven them, and it took a while. But I just want to say that it is years and years and years later, and I feel that I have the life that I've always wanted. And it took a lot to get there. I literally felt like God was holding my hand from the moment I was a little toddler. I didn't know who was holding my hand. I saw a great big hand. But from the moment I was a little toddler and just navigating me through all the waters and just creating a faith in me and a core of faith that cannot be broken. So I have to say out there for all of you right now, because we are going through so much, and particularly in this last almost 2 years now, and it has affected all of us and touched all of us in some way, that faith is imperative and integral to your life. And if you have that core, your life, everything will spill over and become so positive that that is what you emanate out to others. And I feel, Jana, that my calling here in life is to help people. I minister every day in some way, whether it's on a phone conversation with a friend or a family member or somebody that I just meet out, wherever I am, that I just take a look at and go, you know what? I'm going to touch that person today. I just feel like there's going to be some connection. I'm not talking about physical touch, There could be, because there could be a hug involved. With me, there's always a hug involved. So, but I need to touch that person today. And it's my walk in life, Jana, to make somebody else happy. I feel better, and I know this sounds corny, but I feel better when I'm a giver, not a receiver. I love to give, and that's why every night and morning I have to tell you, I pray, God, please bless my house with a ton of finances, because I want to be that person that sees somebody that needs and can write a check. Here's $100,000 without the blink of an eyelash. That's why I pray for finance. It's not so I can, get 10 Rolls Royces or anything of that nature. It's not important to me. I like nice things. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's more important to me that I can bless someone and make someone happy. So that's the story of hope, what my faith did for me, where it brought me, and what I want to be able to give to others because of that.
I love your story of hope. And I love that you said that you're a giver and, a mindset coach. And I want people to understand there's a balance. You are a giver, but you also in the same sentence told us you are a receiver. You pray for you to be gifted with finances so that you can be more giving. There is a yin and a yang, and you can't just suck in air, right? And never expel it and be comfortable. Or you can't just blow it out and be giving and never receiving. There is a beautiful balance in life. So I love that you say you're a giver, yet you clarify that you're also a receiver. So I want people to know that it's good. It feels good to give. It really does feel good to give. And I know that being blessed to be in a space to be able to give unconditionally is even better. And so I'm totally open to the receiving side as well so that I could do that. I'm loving that we're talking more spiritually, because I know that when you start following that purpose and passion in your life, and you're being guided by your faith through that journey, magical things really do start to happen. The way we met, kind of a magical thing. Like I thought that, this is like a sales pitch, right? I have 1 million of these a day, but it wasn't. We were just talking like, you're like, oh, I'm in sales, but you're not, you're in service. And that's exactly what you did for me, which I found to be extremely helpful and amazing.
Oh, thank you for that. Thank you so much. Believe me, I'm so blessed and honored to have been able to do it. And that's what I love to do for people overall. And so I'm just grateful that we are new friends, and I'm cherishing that. And one thing I just want to add, if I may, I am a worship leader, and a super quick story of hope also is that at the age of, and I will tell you everybody, so it's okay, I'm going to be 65 on Halloween. Okay, don't laugh. My mother said that I was the trick, not the treat. But so I'm going to be 65 on Halloween. And I was praying for an opportunity to be with a world-class performance Christian outreach band. Praying for that over the last few years. And guess what, everybody? I was given that opportunity. So I am a concert performer, and I get to do this consistently, and it just gives me one of the greatest pleasures in my entire life. So that's why I say continue to believe it, to believe that something amazing is going to happen for your life. I know it sounds very, very Peter Panish, but it isn't, because the blessings are abundant. So I just want to say that too. When you believe, when you have faith.
When you believe and have faith, you're right, miracles do happen. And here's the craziest thing, that our thoughts do create things. And so we keep thinking we want something and yet putting all those roadblocks from keeping us from getting it. That's exactly what happens. So I love that you put it out there into the universe. You prayed for it. You watched for those openings towards it, like where the universe would be leading you, or your higher power, or God. I don't know what everyone wants to call it, but I believe in I'm a faithful person and I believe there's a God, and I know when he's moving in my life, even when something really bad happens, I know that's him moving in my life. And so I accept it now. When I was younger, I fought it. But as you get older, you're like, okay, I'm here. What do I need to learn? How do I need to be of service? Like, what is this for? And the minute I figure that out and move through it with his guidance, it turns out to be super beautiful on the other side. Like being ill, it turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me.
Exactly. And your story is an incredible testimony of itself. And, you know, talk about somebody that is a complete giver. The time that you've spent with me to go over technological things that I am not savvy, everybody, on technological. Oh my gosh. Jana is just like amazing. So I'm so grateful that you helped me. So she's an amazing giver. And everybody, you've got to get connected with this person because she's the best person and the best mentor. You will be very, very happy to have her in your life.
Well, thank you for that infomercial.
Yes.
I'm super grateful.
Checks in the mail.
I love it. Okay, so I want to start connecting the string. Like we were just talking before we started recording about what holistic means, and it's about like the whole you, your mental health, your spiritual health, your nutritional health, your physical health. It's like the whole enchilada, and
right.
finding all those pieces and not neglecting any of them really is a key to moving forward and thriving in life. And one of the things I said we would do at the beginning of the show is connecting how we look and feel about ourselves to our physical health and what that looks like. And I know that I was telling you, Cheryl, before we started talking, that it was a huge part of my recovery. I was given absolutely no hope. And every time I got up and looked in the mirror, I saw myself sick and fading away. And my brain saw that and started to act accordingly. And one day out of the blue, I went and got fake lashes, right? I don't know why, because I didn't want to wear makeup because I couldn't stand up long enough to put it on. And so I went and got fake lashes. And the next morning I get up, I go to the bathroom to brush my teeth, and I look in the mirror and someone healthier looked back at me. And my whole mindset started changing. My diagnosis never changed. I never grew a stomach back. I still live 10 years later in the exact same diagnosis that told me 2 weeks. And I get up every day, not questioning it, not asking how much longer. I just get up and I'm joyful and grateful for the moment I'm given. And I do as much as I can in that moment now to create those beautiful memories, put something beautiful onto the universe that will change people's lives generationally. How do you, because you are huge, putting that together and helping, I'm going to say women, but men too, start feeling better and looking in the mirror and seeing that what they want to reflect back in their lives, looking back at them. How do you start creating that in people's lives?
Well, first of all, that story just is mind-blowing and so encouraging and inspirational. So everybody, I hope that you listened to that and you replay it because it's incredible. But I definitely feel that both of us, we have a calling here in this life to help other people. And I had absolutely no idea when I was 24 years old that I was going to be an esthetician. I didn't want to be the type that was in salons, that did the hands-on work. Not that that's not fantastic, but it wasn't for me. So I had to find a way to sort of combine more of a business aspect as well as a hands-on aspect. I didn't know exactly what that was going to look like. So one day, very long story short, I was in a major department store in the California area. I decided to do that, work there, see what would happen. And the manager recognized me after a few months and said, I've got this great company that needs some help and they're looking for a regional manager. One thing led to the other. I met the founder of the company. I was hired. There was no training manual. I had never heard of the line. I went, what is this? Clientele? What kind of name is that? And what is this? So I had never heard of it. And they had a little dinky winky counter. And I thought, oh, brother, okay, what have I gotten myself into? Well, as an esthetician, because I like to read ingredients and know what I'm going to either ingest or put on my skin, I did that and I went, wow, this is really unique. And I love the fact that they are the only company that I've ever seen that combines internal care, so supplementation, as well as what you do externally. Because as Jana just said, what you're seeing here, what you're feeling every day, when you're looking in the mirror and it's looking back at you and you're not looking so great because you're not caring for yourself from the inside, it's going to reflect on your hair, your skin, your nails, and your immune system, your energy level, your stamina, your focus, your metabolism, your cardiovascular health, your musculoskeletal health. All of that is going to reflect what you may not be doing on the inside. So that's why this was such a godsend of a line to enable others to really take care of their overall wellness. And then when they saw the results of the combination of the two, the external and internal, the trajectory of lives were changed. I know that sounds dramatic, everybody, but I've been hearing this and seeing it for all of these years that Jana just talked about. This is not a sales pitch because, you know, you're going to make whatever decisions you're going to make in your life. I'm here to help direct you be the best that you can possibly be, starting from the inside, because that's where it all begins. And once you master that, and then you combine an excellent external program, it is major. It is major. And all of that, when you feel good, Jana was just saying, when she got her eyelashes done and she looked in the mirror and said, I do look healthier. I do look better. When you feel good and you look healthier, it spills over into every aspect of your life, your business, your marriage, your relationship with others, because you're feeling good. You're bringing that to everything that you do.
I agree, by the way, 100%. And for those of you who are looking to like create a healthier change in your life, you're 100% right, Cheryl, that you really have to start from the inside out. And it's not just a supplement. It's your spiritual well-being, working through past traumas, like it's letting go, finding forgiveness. It is so much more. But once you start creating that beautiful space inside of yourself, it does start pouring out through you. And one of the things that was really important to me is finding something that didn't have a lot of chemicals in it. And I don't think people understand that our skin is our organ. Would you be putting Roundup on your liver? Like, no. Like, why would you put these chemicals on your skin? Because over time, it starts absorbing into your skin, into your bloodstream, into your organs, and creating havoc with your inflammation system. Like, it's just a mess. So I'm always super cautious about what I put on. And I think I ran you through the gamut when I'm like, oh, I don't use anything toxic, and I'm just really super careful. I didn't notice a difference right away. As a matter of fact, I think I complained the first week and a half because my skin adjusted to it immediately. And the way it adjusted to me was like by like starting to roll off. And I wasn't quite sure what was going on. But once it did, something really magical happened. So I want to tell you guys, when you're looking for something, there is no magic moment. There is no magic pill, no magic wand, but a good program, a good system, whatever that is for you, can create magic in your life over time. Like, it can definitely start reversing. I notice that I get up in the morning without any makeup on, my skin looks glowy. You're looking right now, for those of you watching this on YouTube, at a 65 and a 61-year-old woman. And I'm going to tell you, I think we're doing pretty dang good.
I agree. And, you know, I have to say, to your point, and Jana did grill me, I have to tell you, because, you know, she's very responsible with her body, and she wants to know what she's putting in it, because we definitely gave her some supplementation, and what she's putting on it. And I'm the same way. If you tried to change me and you offered me another product, it would be really difficult for me to make that change. So everybody that I start on this program, you know, it's a courageous step to make a change. But if you're wanting to see something amazing, you've got to do things that, again, are going to work from a real raw place, which is inside of you. So what we've done in Clientele in 1981, when everybody was talking about, if you walked into the department stores in their heyday at that time, so we were in Neiman Marcus and Nordstrom and Saks Fifth Avenue, and for those of you who were in California or on the West Coast, I. Magnin at the time, everybody was talking about lipstick. What's the greatest lipstick color? What's the greatest foundation? Have you tried this perfume? Or an occasional moisturizer. I was walking around before anybody was walking around spraying, putting anything on you, offering for you to sit down. I was doing that because nobody was doing that. It was more of a snob appeal behind the counter approach of, I dare you to come and talk to me. So I never would go up to a counter. They scared me. So I would just go out just being, natural and say, in 30 seconds, I am going to make you lopsided. What? So I would get somebody's attention and they'd sit in the chair with me. But we were talking about anti-oxidants in 1981. We were talking about oxidative aging, free radical damage to your skin cells that cause your lines, your wrinkles, your loss of hydration, your hormonal loss. We were talking about all of that. Now, not that free radicals cause your hormonal loss, your body just naturally in your mid-20s starts to lose the ability to produce as many hormones as they did. So we also were the first ones to be cruelty-free, which to me is imperative. I never had an animal until now. Now I've got three cats and a couple dogs coming along soon. So it's very important to me. I mean, our animals are precious. They're like our little children. So it's very important to me that we never test on animal skin, besides the fact we've got to test on human skin to find out how it's going to react on us. So that was a first. We were the first to ever put a sunblock in a moisturizer. We were the first to have sorry everybody, the phones are ringing off the hook. So we were the first to ever have a DNA repairing enzyme for the proteins in your skin. Now, a lot of people say, oh, my grandmother looked phenomenal at 85 years old. So I don't have anything to worry about. I can use just whatever on my skin. I can have the shower water with my shampoo, cleanse my face. I don't have to worry about it. I can use a bar of soap. Your grandmother, God bless her, at 85, had different conditions. She lived on foods that were made from scratch. She didn't have soil that was sprayed with pesticides and all kinds of junk as we have today. I don't know what her stress level was like, but we have more of a rapid pace life and our stress levels are probably a lot heavier. 25%, Jana, and this is clinical study. Look it up on Google, everybody. 25% of our aging process is our DNA. It's only 25%. So what do we do about the other 75? So that's why you really need to investigate when you're doing something for your health. As Jana said, she's 61, which I can't believe when I look at her, because to me, she looks like a 12-year-old. I mean, she looks amazing. And that's because, again, she's doing the right things for herself health-wise. And she's also believing that she's healthy. And I believe that she's healthy. And we have to, again, just really rely on something. When you mix and match, here's a situation that people get into, because it's so much fun to shop, and you shop at your great big cosmetic store, and you all know what they are. So a lot of us aren't going to department stores, or we're shopping online, or we go to the specialty skincare and cosmetic stores, and it's so much fun, and the girls in there want to sell you this, that, and the other thing, or it just looks appealing. When you pull a piece from here and a piece from here and a piece from this line and another piece from this line, and you try to concoct all of that, and you expect that you're going to get a great result, your skin is very confused. It doesn't know what's working for it, what isn't working for it. How can you possibly tell? It's the same thing with supplementation. When you pull vitamin C from this line and D3 from this line and zinc and magnesium and quercetin and everything we need right now to keep, and vitamin C, our bodies healthy and our immune system strong, and we pull it from different lines. Some can be highly sourced. Some cannot be highly sourced. Some units to the milligrams to the micrograms are not meant to work together because they're not matched. There has to be a method to the madness. Everything has to be combined so that it's enhanced for absorption in your body, if it's supplements, or absorption into your skin cell layers because you're cleansing properly. There's so much to this, Jen, and it seems so complicated, but it's super simple. And all you have to do is make a commitment to you.
I 100% agree with that. Here's the thing. I never just go into the counter and buy something. I just don't. I don't read a label and buy it. I always meet with someone like yourself. I get a good consultation. I make sure, just like I would go to a doctor, right, for something. I go in and I meet with them. They ask me a ton of questions. And then I work with them. Once I buy the product and I don't feel like it's working, I don't just throw it away. I get a hold of my consultant and I asked her, just like I did you, why is my skin rolling off? What's happening? And you gave me solutions, you gave me other options, and then getting through it, like it took me about a week, and my, like this new, fresh, beautiful skin came out from underneath that was hiding because my products weren't getting to where they needed to go. So I think that the days of us just buying online stuff without talking to a consultant, I think those are gone because we're getting smarter. We're smarter buyers now. We know to ask questions. We want answers for what we're using. We're better consumers for sure. And so that's one of the things you offer. Before we go, I want everyone to know, like, that's one of my favorite things about what you do is you get so personal with your clients, every single one of them. You reach out to them, you ask them questions. I know you have a questionnaire that helps people like find out a little bit more about the kind of nutrients they need for their body. And then you do this really in-depth consult with them and lead them to what will work best for them instead of them just going through and mixing all that stuff together because they saw a commercial on TV for something that changed somebody's life on TV for a 20-year-old, right? And we're like, well, her 20-year-old skin looks great, but I'm not 20. How is that going to work for me? So I love that you do that. Tell people where they can connect with you and maybe book a consult or do your survey.
Well, I will be happy to, and thank you for saying that. To me, I always say, just like Jana did, a personal consultation that's in depth.
Yeah.
That's the key right there, is the key to your success with your skincare and your supplements. It can't just be, is your skin oily? Is your skin dry? Where do you live? So I just want to say, if those are the only questions you're being asked, run, because it's not enough. We have to find out every single particular about you. Plan to spend a little bit of time with me if you are going to call or reach out or email, because I'm going to grill you a little bit. I'm going to find out everything about your health, your skin, everything that you're doing, your routine, your practices, whatever it is, because I want to put it all together so that I can target. And I know specifically what's going to work for everything that you're talking to me about, inclusive of any type of health issues. Now, I just want to say this. The founder of our company is a biochemist and nutritionist. So if there's something that I get stuck on, nutritionist, I am not a nutritionist. But if there's something I get stuck on, I take everything that you've told me to her. She is the expert on your body. And I come back to you with answers. So I want you to know that. So to get in touch with me, it's Sheryl at clientelebeauty.com. And Sheryl is spelled Sheryl at Clientele, CLIENTELE, beauty.com. Call me at 800-327-4660. And you can leave a message on extension 5709 if I don't pick up. And I will call you back. It's not going to be a week. It's going to be the same day. So I will do that, and we'll have a wonderful conversation, and I will get to know you, and I'm going to care for you. And that's how our specialists are as well, because they've been well trained by me, because that's what we're about. We want to care for you. We want to give you the love, as corny as that sounds, that you so deserve. When you're making an investment in you, you've got to do it with somebody that's really going to care about what's going on. And then I don't leave you. After about a few days, I check in. How's it going? What are you seeing? Is there something that we need to change? Et cetera, just like we did with Jana. So I just want to leave you with that. And then I'm going to tell you when you call me about what that DNA protein repairing enzyme is that nobody else has and what it does. So that's very, very important for you as well, because you're going to be ingesting it and using it on your skin too.
I love the stuff, and I didn't think that I would, for sure, but I let it do its thing, and I am super happy with it. So I'm definitely a fan for the rest of my life. So thank you, Sheryl, so much. We're going to put all of Cheryl's contact information in here, and I'm going to all challenge you guys, because every time someone comes on and gives their phone number, they're like, what the heck? She said she's going to call you back the same day. I want to challenge you to give her so many phone calls that we will keep her up all night doing that, keeping her promise to all of you. So let's challenge her and see, like, okay, we're going to call and we're going to book those appointments. So thank you, Sheryl, so much for being with us.
Oh my gosh. I am, Jana, God bless you, number one, and you out there as well. Just blessings all over you. That's what I want for your life. That's what I want you to have. And I will so look forward to your call. I'm excited about the potential of speaking with you. So don't be afraid of me. I'm a nice person. Okay. We'll have a good time on the phone.
That was
a lot
beautiful,
of exploration.
That was a beautiful thought to end this with, for sure.
Thank you for having me. I'm so, so, so grateful. Have a blessed and fabulous week.
Thank you, Sheryl.
Thanks for listening to the Oh My Health, There Is Hope podcast. Make sure to visit Jana's website, bestholisticlife.com, where you can subscribe to the show on iTunes, Google Play, or listen there, so you'll never miss an episode. While you're at it, if you found value in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes, or if you simply tell a friend about the show, that'll help too. Let's change the world together, one health expert at a time. Looking forward to seeing you next time.